This is Friends of the Program, where sports, culture, and creativity collide. From the courts to the boardroom, we dive deep into the game. The music, the movies, the culture, and the moves that shape the world. Whether it's the latest in hoops, hip-hop, classic crime flicks, or the hustle behind the scenes, we've got you covered. Get ready to be inspired, entertained, and motivated. This is more than a podcast. It's our lifestyle.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Ness, friends of the program. And before we start, I know it's been a minute. Just want to say thank you to all of you guys. You guys been rocking with me. I know a lot of you guys been asking me, when is the show gonna start all over again? And at times we have to rewind a little bit. We have to recharge. And I felt like that's something that I had to do after my 25th episode. It started to become a chore, and I hated that. So I needed to sit back. I needed to reevaluate things. And, shit happens. Family life, work life, everything happens. But the last thing I wanted this to be was a chore. So I had to step back, recharge. But we're here. We're back. And it's crazy. When I was talking to Mike, I was like, let's do it on the 31st. Let's do let's get back on the 31st. Not knowing that it was going to be 1 year from the first one that I ever did with OG Sneaks. Shout out to my boy OG Sneaks. So here we are, man. And cheers for that, man. I got my boy Pablo in the building today.
What up?
Yo, this I've known him for a minute. I don't even remember how we met, but dope designer. He's heavy into AI now. You gotta, when it comes to AI, you gotta use it. You gotta let it be your friend. Also owns a restaurant, right? Greenhouse Cafe. So yeah, man, let's welcome my boy Pablo. Thank you so much, my brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
For making it to the show, man. How you been? I know we're boys, man, but family gets in the way, whatever, work life and everything, and we don't see each other that much, but when we do, it's always good times.
Right, man. Back to, day one, bro.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So
how you been, man? Everything good?
I can't complain, dog. You know what I mean? God is good, cannot complain. You know what I mean? I'm 6 feet up and not in a 6x6, so no complaints, big dog.
Let's go, man. Let's get it. So, my show's a lot about, art, design, sports, business, all of that. And that's why, knowing your story, I knew I had to get you in here at some point. So let's get to it. This whole restaurant thing, right? You guys been around for a minute, man. You guys are staple out here in the AV, Greenhouse Cafe, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys from the AV have been there. How did that come about?
Oh, man, dude. So my mom started working there from day one. She was a manager. She's the one who put everything together, So she's the one who put the time in, the sweat, blood, and tears, and all that stuff. So we got lucky at the time when the original owner was about to retire. He wanted to give my mom an opportunity to buy it. So we ended up, taking over. Mm-hmm. And that's where we're at. So been running it for about 31 years, 32 years now. So
you guys been running it for that long?
For that's how long it's been open.
Okay.
Yeah, but we've had it since about 2006, 2007,
okay.
Right before the collapse of that big old bubble, bro.
How was that?
It was fun. You know what I mean? But when that, at the time we had, I think there was 8 restaurants. But because of
you guys had 8 of them.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember a few, like one in Palmdale, right?
Yeah.
And then the one here in was that the one in Lancaster? Was that the first one?
Yeah, that's the OG one.
All right.
And then there was Saugus, Thousand Oaks, Santa Clarita.
Shit, damn, I didn't know that.
You know what I mean? So there was one out in Cleveland.
What?
Yeah, man.
How'd that happen?
Just, you know what I mean? When that's what happens when you got a recipe that just takes off. So you know what I mean? It was.
That's the thing.
It's a blessing.
I gotta admit, bro. Like, for those of you guys that haven't been there, like, you go into your restaurant and like the food just tastes different, right? Like you guys serve pastas, you guys got the salads, but it's just something different about how you're making the food that you can't go anywhere else for it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's all fresh ingredients. You know what I mean? Everything we get is fresh vegetables in the morning, fresh produce, fresh chicken, fresh bread. We get it from our local bakeries. You can't go wrong with that. You got to support your locals, and that's what we do as well. So.
How is it now, man? Like, you know, with everything going up, all the prices going up, how is it for you guys?
Again, it's a blessing, but at the end of the day, everybody's got to eat. So, you know what I mean? It has affected it, but again, we're a staple in the community that we've been lucky and blessed that we have our clientele where they, you know, when COVID came, a lot of people saw their restaurants fall apart because they didn't go out support. So now, like, people are aware that if you don't go out and really support your local business, doors will shut. So,
and I remember that time, like COVID. You guys were doing different things just to try to kind of, you know, get the people in there to order and whatnot. I remember ordering from you guys. You know, I don't know if it was delivery or what it was, but you know, you guys were pivoting. You guys were doing different things to just keep the doors open, right?
The doors open. You know, actually, and one of my favorite things that we did during COVID is that I remember seeing stores where people weren't able to get bread, eggs, cheese.
That's right.
So we were offering wholesale to, like, you know what I mean?
That's what it was.
To the community.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if you can't get eggs, you can't get milk, you know what I mean? You can't get food to feed the kids. Like, come get some. We got you. And we'd sell it at the price that we got it at just to make sure that the people were able to eat. So
yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So what's your role over there now at Greenhouse?
I'm actually kind of stepping away now a little bit more. You know what I mean? I'm doing more on the marketing side like that. But you know what I mean? I was more kind of doing management, but I'm kind of more stepping away and just kind of like letting
someone else run it.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Does your mom still do it or no?
Oh, yeah. She's, you know what I mean? She's from that generation where they don't want to let go.
It's going to be
They don't want to let go. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? So it keeps her busy, which is a good thing. So that means she's always moving. So, you know?
So, damn, over 30 years with the restaurant, right? Or it's been around over 30 years because I remember. I mean, I remember since like the mid-2000s, we used to go up there, you know, not knowing. I didn't know you back then. And by the way, man, I got to tell you guys, this is a dude. If I would have listened to this dude back in 2012, it was like around 2012, right? I'd probably be a millionaire by now. I remember getting a text message from this dude, and he was like, bro, you got to buy Bitcoin. And at the time, I think, man, I want to say it was under $100.
Oh, under. Yeah,
right? It was like $15 or $60. It was
something,
ridiculous. But at the time, I was going through so much shit, man. And you guys know, like back in 2012, 2013, with my old business partner, my life at home, it was just a mess. So when he told me that, it was kind of like, damn, like it was something that I wanted to, but I just didn't even have the money to invest like that. But man, I remember it. So now going, you know, fast forward when he's telling me about AI, I'm like, I got to listen to this dude because he obviously knows something, you know. But yeah, if I would have listened to you back then, bro, I think I don't even think I'd be out here in the AV, bro. I'd be somewhere else.
Yeah, you know.
But you got Bitcoin?
I got some Bitcoin. I got some there's a lot of things that I hold, you know, some Ethereum, Solana. There's a lot of, you know, messing around with, you know, I'm still holding on to meme coins, all that fun stuff. So I can go, all day. But, you know, I'm still gambling out there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still in my degenerate mode.
Hey, man, life is a gamble, bro. You gotta take your risk, you know. And, man, I remember, like, all it took was $15, man, to spend on one fucking Bitcoin, bro. You know, where's it at right now? It's like over 100, right?
Over 100 grand last I checked, so.
That's insane.
Life-changing money now.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You know, it's life-changing, man. So, yeah, man, all right, you stepping away from Greenhouse, right, doing the food thing. Like, how much did you enjoy that? And do you still look at the restaurant like, damn, like this is dope to me?
I do look at it like it's dope because, you know, a lot of the aspects too about being a staple in the community is like I see a lot of people growing up. I've seen people's kids. I've seen, you know, grandparents. You know, there's a lot of people that I've known network just because of the restaurant alone. It's you know, again, in life, it's all about who you know. Because if you don't know the right people, might as well be asking if you want fries with that. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? It's always
right.
Yeah, nice to network. So I was always lucky and blessed to be able to meet the right people through the restaurant. So it's cool. And I'm, you know, able to talk and communicate, you know what I mean, in a public setting because of that. So, you know, just talking to multiple customers in a, you know, multiple span of time. So, you know, I enjoy it. It's just, you You know, and again, before I move on, I got to give you my flowers, bro, because I wouldn't have gone in the design or a lot of that fashion aspect because it wasn't for you to like
Oh,
take me,
shit.
bro, under
I
your
didn't even
wing,
know
bro.
that. Yeah.
Bro, come on now, big
Oh.
dog. Like, remember always going through, like, you know what I mean, all
Hell
that stuff,
yeah.
bro. You put, like, you know what I mean, because like I wanted to do that stuff. But you were like one of the ones that really took me, you know, under your wing. Was like, all right, bro, like, we're going to the trade shows. This is how we really, you know what I mean. And I was able to open up and see that stuff because of that. And then you know what I
okay.
mean. So
That's what's
yeah,
up.
I gotta give you my flowers because of that, bro. So like, you know what I mean. That's where the passion's really at. Is the
Okay.
whole designing and still like the whole.
Once you saw it a little bit, it was like, damn, I
Bro,
gotta continue.
I
with
gotta
it, right?
go. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I would always try to go to agenda, like, you know what I mean, with pharmacy or, you know what I mean, with you or something like that. You know what I mean? So, like, when I was able to get in there and I got that, like, that taste of, like, that whole culture, I was like, oh, man, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. You
Yeah,
know
I
what mean?
remember you dropped a brand too.
Yeah.
And I always loved your aesthetic, like nice, simple, clean designs. You know, are you still doing that? Do you still have your brand, or because I know you design, I know you still design, but do you have a brand now or not anymore?
Not really necessarily. I mean, I still hold like the website and stuff. I don't have anything up, you know what I mean? But like at the end of the day, like that's still a dream to have like that brand. But like I gotta go what really is feeding, putting bread on the table right now.
Right.
And where I'm at right now in the crypto area is that's where I know. You know, it's a lot easier doing marketing. You know how it is. It's a lot easier to just design and then move on to the next one.
Right.
You know, you don't have to follow through with production, you know, outsourcing and stuff like that. You know,
And that's like it becomes again like it becomes a chore, like something that you love so much. You know, like this building in here was my production facility for 3 years until I got tired of it and I just said, forget, I don't want to do this shit no more. Like we built it out thinking I was going to come in here and be creative, and all we did was come in here and work, and it just takes you away from like
the reason why you got into it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I hear what you're saying when it comes to that. Let's speak a little bit on AI, right? Because I know that's the new thing we've been talking about, and we've done a few things here and there, and I know you're a lot more into it than I am. What do you think about it, man? What do you think about AI?
I think AI is going to be an asset, you know what I mean, to us. I don't understand people are afraid of it because they don't know what it is. But, we've had these conversations before in the past. I felt like this is how the people felt in the 90s with the internet came by. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know how to, it's going to take our jobs. It's going to take away for us. But, like, really, how many jobs did the internet take away? It added to it.
It added, right?
You know what I mean? So I think AI, it's going to be to the point where it's just, it's a tool. It's a tool. I don't think it's going to take away everything from us. And stuff
I just feel like a lot of designers look at it. They're not looking at it from like the right angle. It's they feel like all the hard work they put into learning a skill is going to be taken away from them in an instant, right? Like all you have to do is give it a prompt and boom, it's done within 5 seconds. So that's for me, it's like as a designer, I look at it, and we've talked, I look at it as another tool in my tool belt. I'm not going to fully go on and use AI for everything, but there's going to be some stuff I'm going to use it for, and it's going to help me. Whatever I'm creating, it's just going to allow me to create it faster.
Oh, 100%. I mean, at the end of the day, time is money.
Yeah.
Time is money. With AI, you can just knock it out real quick. And you don't have to necessarily use it for the final product, but at least you can use it as like, what I mean? What would it look like? Because you can like brainstorm and try to put something in a draft something. How long does it take you to draft something?
Right.
I mean, with that, you can just knock it out real day. And then you can sit down and actually put in the time and effort if it really is worth looking good. You know what I mean? So
don't you think it's crazy, though, how fast these fucking computers think? Like, as soon as you give it a prompt, like it's within 10 seconds, it's spitting something at you. Huh?
Honestly, it's at the point now where, like, Skynet's going to be tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? Just joking around. Just remember that whole, like, but it just spits out so fast that it's unbelievable, like, how quick it moves,
Do we even know who created AI?
I can't tell you off the top of my head, but I just know that I'm just trying to learn as much as I can because that's just the next new wave. So,
are you using it every day?
I'll be honest with you, about every other day, every day.
You know what I'm seeing too now, like especially you know, in the times that we're in, like when people need work, their budget is not there, right? So you have to work with their budget. When it, you know, when you're dealing with customers like that, you have to, like you said, time is money, you know, and something that you would take your time to design because you're getting paid for it, you're not getting paid for it anymore like that. So you have to utilize what's out there, you know, to help speed the way, you know, speed the process.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you getting stuff like that where, you know, your clients are telling you, you know, this is my budget. So you're like, man, okay, well then I'm going to have to go this route.
100%.
Right.
100%. I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean? Because, you know, just like in every other career aspect and stuff like that avenue, you have your own, you have to set the tone of how much you're going to get paid. Because if not, you're not going to pay the bills. Right. You know, you got to keep it up. And so, you know, if people aren't going to be willing to pay, there's another avenue I can offer. Okay, this is what we got.
This is the route we're going to take.
You know what I mean? It might not be the precise, you know, where the lines are looking on point. You know what I mean? The character might have 6 figures, you know, fingers on it, but it is what it is. That's what you're
I think
paying
eventually
for.
it's going to get to where it's like damn near perfect, like what you're asking for. You know, like whatever you're asking for is going to be damn near perfect.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's going to get there.
It's getting better and better every day. It's at the point now where, honestly, I made an animation movie. I made a little anime, you know what I mean, movie with it, and it took me about 5 hours to put it together.
Yeah, can you? Yeah, what's up?
This big ass fly been sitting on your head for the last.
You're lying, bro.
And I'm thinking, is this motherfucker gonna move at some point?
For real?
Yeah.
I didn't even feel it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't feel that?
Nah, where was it?
Bro, it was right on the
Oh,
other
why
side.
don't you say
dog.
something?
Bro, because I didn't know how to do anything, bro. You know what I mean, Doug?
And I'm sitting here like, oh, that's why I looked at it. I was like,
Can you see it? Can you see it? Yeah, you can. Dude, you better damn kill that motherfucker, dude.
Bro.
Fuck. We have to put that shit in the bloopers on me.
and I'm like, you can't feel that?
I didn't feel it, dude.
I noticed it last second when it was like right there, and I was like, what the
Oh hell no.
I was trying to wait for it to move.
Fuck. Oh. You should have been like, yo, fucking move. So what do we do?
Let's just pick up where you were saying about the AI.
So yeah, you know, like AI, I think AI is gonna get to a point where whatever prompt you give it, it's gonna give it to you like damn near perfect. You know, because yeah, like we were saying, like, you know, you might ask for a character and the character's gonna have 6 fingers, and that's not what you want, right? But I think it's coming, and it'll be here before we know it.
yeah. You know, it's gonna the tool's there, so it's gonna be there before we know it. But I don't think people should be afraid of it because it's the same thing. Like how I'm looking at it is just because you wear all Gucci, you know, it's gonna look good. You gotta know how to put it on, know how to wear it, and stuff like that. I feel like AI is the same. You know, you gotta learn how to pull the right prompts, you know, the right tools for it, and then it's gonna, you know, you'll be able to knock it out the park.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And you do this every day. You're doing this shit every day.
Every day.
Is that kind of like are you designing for companies, for brands? Is that your like what you're doing?
That's what
most
I'm doing
of your time now?
most of the time now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's kind of dope, right? Do you have an office or home office?
The thing from that, just from home office, you know what I
Better,
mean?
man.
I
So
just
dope,
wake
right?
up bro, it's a blessing, dude.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Able to walk down the street, pick up the kids because the school's right down the street. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm there for the kids every day. So I can't complain.
Yeah.
I can't complain, man. I can't.
It's so dope, man. Just, you know, turning your music on, getting to work, and knowing you're getting paid for something that you love doing.
You know what? And again, the reason why I enjoyed that vibe is because I would go to the warehouse where you had the whole stuff and like working in the warehouse right there. You know what I mean? And being like, I mean, this is it, bro. And I'm like, this is what I want to do, bro. I found it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, dog.
Yo, remember where did we go that one time? On the way home, I was falling asleep. You had to take over the wheel.
Oh, bro.
Where we go? We go
dog.
Agenda?
Yeah, that was Agenda.
Right?
Yeah. We went to,
I was thinking about that shit the other day.
Where we go? We went to Dino's. Yeah.
Nah. I think we were like on the 210, and I was like fucking mad tired.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
bro, let
bro.
me drive, man, because
Oh,
they're gonna kill us.
Yeah.
Remember?
I snapped the pic, bro. Yeah, bro, you were knocked out, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's dope, man. I'm happy. You know, like for me, it's I love design, bro. And as time went by, you know, a lot of people were like, "Yo, you got to show us. You got to show us how you do your work." And that's kind of difficult to do. Like, you got to have it in you. Like, you have it in you. The minute you saw, like, the culture that was presented to you, you were like, this is dope. But then you had the ideas. Then you had the skill set to get on the computer, actually, pen and paper, draw it out, and then on the computer and do all that. And a lot of people just don't have it, But I'm happy that I was able to do that for you, man. And you ran with it, like, you saw it and you enjoyed it. And then now look at you doing your thing with design and using AI.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that, because you know what I mean. It's just like, I felt like now I'm using my passion and just kind of trying to invest in, like, where I feel like where we're going in the future. So I'm like, why can I design with AI, with cryptocurrency, and doing all that stuff? So it's cool. Like, my customer clientele base is usually a lot of people that are holding cryptocurrency, because that's what I'm getting paid now. I'm like,
so they shoot you, like, payments is through crypto.
Crypto. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, shoot this. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys, and they're just sitting there because they don't have anything
when do you think crypto is going to take over?
Man, I think within the next 5-10 years. I think we're right at like 5-10 years. I really think so.
Yeah. They're already getting rid of the penny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's Latin American countries already that are using Bitcoin. That's what their economy is on. Yeah, Salvador, you know what I mean? Yeah, bro.
El Salvador is using Bitcoin. We got Bitcoin City. And that's when I went back in November. That's what pissed me off even more, like, knowing that I could have, from the ground up, bro. Some Bitcoin, man. So no more brand for you. It's more because I remember your brand, man. I remember your brand, and I liked it, man. I felt like it definitely had potential. I liked the name, and I'm just I don't know, why you didn't continue with it, but yeah, I thought it was pretty dope.
I appreciate it, bro. You know what I mean? Victory's ours, Victoria nuestra. So you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You're Mexican, right?
Yeah, bro.
You kind of white.
Yeah. Because we're from Jalisco, Nayarit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, speaking of Mexico, you were just there, right?
Yes, sir. So over Guadalajara area over there, Maclan de Cañas in Nayarit. So shout out to my people. Shout out to Leon and Sandoval's down there. You know what I mean? So it was fun. I'm ready to just drink water.
Yeah, I heard I saw your stories too, man, on Instagram. By the way, it's at your favorite white Mexican. You went out there. Did you say it was your grandpa's birthday?
Grandma's birthday, 95th birthday. Okay. So yeah, you know what I mean.
You must have been eating some good food too, man.
Bro, birria, enchiladas, all that, man. I was on cloud 9.
You were gone for a minute.
Yeah, nice little week. You know what I mean. So it was cool. And it was nice to I mean, for the people that, when I'm going to Mexico, I went to Rancho, like half of it. Like, bro, there's no signal half of the ranch, bro. We don't have an OXXO, nothing like that, bro. Like,
yeah, I seen you in the back of the truck, and I'm like, I know this fool is not here.
Yeah.
I know this fool's not here.
In the back of the truck. So, yeah, waking up in the morning, having caguamas at 10 o'clock in the morning, just.
Caguamas for breakfast?
Yeah, bro.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, man. And you're about to join the club.
It's right around the corner, bro.
Right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
How's that feeling?
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. You know what I mean? I'm excited, like we said. It feels good when you found the one, and you know what I mean. It feels right. You know what I mean? It feels right.
That's what's up, man. Where's the wedding's gonna be?
We're gonna do it in a hacienda, like environmental area.
Okay.
So you know what I mean. So couldn't do it in the rancho. So lady was like,
"That's as close as you get to that."
That's as close as we can get. So we can get a little hacienda.
Is your girl Hispanic? No, she's not Hispanic.
No, sir. So.
Yeah, she was like, "No, man. This is as far as we go."
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. So
that's what's up, man. You guys have 2 kids, right?
Yeah.
Family, man. How is how do you manage, like, your time with your girl, your time with your kids, time on the computer, and everything else that you do?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. At times it gets hard because you got to put it. It's just like with everything with design. You got to put in the time. You got to put in the research on what you want to design, the Pantones that you're gonna do. So just because I'm doing with AI doesn't change it. Right. I still have to do the same research behind it. The whole catalog, what I'm gonna do. So. But yeah, you know what I mean. But at the same time, I got to make sure I put time away to play Fortnite with the kids. And then make sure the time I got time to, if I'm spending at home, I can put away the dishes. You know what I'm saying? So the lady don't be yelling. You know what I mean? So yeah, It can be difficult at times.
Yeah.
It can be difficult.
But, I think it's all manageable, as long as you know how to schedule. And when it comes to design, I feel like you can't just say, I'm going to design from, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. because you may not be in a zone to design at that time. You may be in a zone to design at midnight, and that's when you got to do it.
Oh.
So when it comes to design, I feel like it's not like a regular job where you're going to be there from 9 to 5 and you're going to work and then you're off and then that's it. When it comes to design, you got to feel it to be able to come up with the best possible art that you can create.
Oh, how many times have you been driving down the road and you've seen something and you're like, oh, I'm going to use that in a design. You have to like lock it in your memory. And as soon as you get home, you got to do it because you've been thinking about it the entire time on the way home.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, man. And that's the one thing I feel like with us as designers, it makes it a little bit more difficult because you don't know. Like, you want to have that set schedule, but sometimes it just doesn't work that way.
Question, how many times have you sat there at night tossing and turning about how you doing this design, what color scheme, what size you're going to do it, all these little things. Like, it just, tell me it doesn't happen every single night.
Yeah,
you know
sometimes you force it. And what I've noticed too is like when I'm doing that, I turn it off. I shut it off. And, usually I'm designing at night, so I go to bed. And as soon as I wake up in the morning, it's like refreshed. Like you have new ideas.
Yeah.
And then you sit in front of the computer and like, damn, what the fuck was I doing last night? Like, and you recreate everything, but it comes to you like that.
Like that. See, the thing with me though is that like if I don't get onto it that night that I'm thinking about it, the next day, it's like I made a pie, but I didn't use the same ingredients with the night before. I still made a pie, but it's not the same ingredients that I used the night before because I wasn't feeling those, those flavors at the time. So it's like I'd rather just get on it when it's like in my fresh.
Yeah, man.
And then hold on, and then with AI, it makes it that much easier because with AI, I can, I'm laying in bed, I'm like, oh, and I can just go right back to bed. You know what I mean?
The crazy thing with AI too, bro, is like you could do that shit off your phone. Like you don't even have to be in front of a computer. Like you're doing that shit on your phone, and it's creating whatever you're asking it to.
Yeah.
And another thing too, man, it's like with AI, it's like anything, bro. You want a recipe, it's gonna shoot you like 10 of them, like 10 different ways to make something, or whatever it is. Like you need a business plan, the shit's gonna write it for you in like 10 seconds. Where 5 years ago, you have to sit there, you got to hire someone to help you. Boom, boom, boom. But whatever it is, so many people are going to AI now and just asking AI.
I'm not gonna lie. I was at the point where I was hiring other people to do stuff. I'm just asking AI how to do it, and then I'm learning how to do it because it's giving me the steps. Because I'm just going, hey, grab me by the hand and walk me through this. It walks me through it. 4 or 5 hours later, I have the product done that I would have saved money.
Yeah,
on.
Like my son just bought his whip, right? He bought he got a 500 SL, right? And this fool's on AI asking it like, how do you change this on, he's trying to work on his car. And AI is just like real quick, bro, just do this. You need to watch a video on how this is being done. You hit yes, and it pops up a video. It's like so crazy now, man.
It's what we thought wasn't possible in the 90s, the Jetsons and all that stuff. We're there.
It's here.
We're there.
It's here, man.
We're there.
And you can imagine like 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Fuck, bro.
Yeah. Our grandkids are going to be living in a whole different age of technology.
Way different.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about it because just how fast we're moving right now, it's just
like my kids, like I used to tell them like I don't even know if my mom ever used the microwave, and now it's like everything. It's like I'll just throw it in the microwave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or the phones when they were like, they were like you put them on the wall.
Yeah, bro, my grandma's house back in El Rancho, bro, they still have the stove with like clay and all that stuff like that. And I'm just like going like, dang, it's a trip that she used to like feed 15 kids with this little kitchen right here, and we got a little air fryers that we're making stuff at home. Right. Like it's just
it's insane.
It's
bro.
a trip. It's
insane. You read books? You read?
Yeah, man.
You have this book right here?
What book is that one?
The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Shit or Not Giving a Fuck.
You know what? I think I might not have to read that because just from the title alone, that's something I need to master.
So I got you this book.
Oh, bro.
But I've been like someone put me on.
Yeah.
And I'm on chapter 4, bro, and it's crazy. Like, you can use this on your personal side. You can use it on your business side. And it's just crazy how this dude right here, how the author puts everything into perspective when it comes to just life in general, you know? And that's why, like, the title, like, you know, me, like, as a Virgo, like, I care too much, right? I care for everything, and I want everything to be right. I want everything to be perfect. I want everything to work out. I want to be on time. Just everything. I want it to be like this, right? And he tells you, man, like, sometimes you shouldn't give a fuck. Just let it be. You know, time's going to go. Time's, you know, it's going to be today. Tomorrow's going to be tomorrow. The next day, nothing's going to change. Like, just fuck it, you know? So, yeah, it's a good book, man. So I figured, you know, I didn't know if you had it.
Oh, I need that.
So, yeah, it's a little gift
good looking
from
out.
us,
Appreciate
man.
that. Appreciate that.
I hate reading books because my mind starts just going everywhere, bro. So I got the audiobook.
The audiobook, yeah.
So when I'm on my walks, I throw it on, and then I'm like, all right, you know. So, yo, I know you're a sports fan. I know you're a Raider fan. I know. I don't know if you're a Clipper fan or a Laker fan, bro. Because I see you at the Clipper games, but I don't know if you're a Laker fan or a Clipper fan. So
all right. So I'm gonna put you on game. All right. So what happened was I grew up as a Laker fan. Grew up as Kobe. That's, you know, I can tell you where I was at when I heard Kobe got drafted. You know,
hey,
you know
did
what I mean?
do you remember where you were when Kobe passed?
Yeah, man, that was a sad day.
Yeah,
that was
bro.
sad because he's an idol in our childhood and stuff like that. Like I still barbershop talk. You ask me who's my greatest player? That's 24. Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe's the greatest player.
24 Kobe.
Yeah, 24 Kobe. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I think, you know.
So you grew up with family being being Laker fans.
Yeah, Laker fans.
Okay.
So, and my father-in-law had Clipper season tickets, and that's how, you know what I mean, dating my lady and stuff like that. And he moved back east, and he was like, "Hey, I got these season tickets, and just for the love of the game, I was like, I'll take them." Because, I mean, I was able to see everybody at the Who's of Who's, and, you know, just for the love of game.
Right.
And after just going, bro, you're just like, you know, game one, I'm like, yeah, game two, you know, all right, you know what I mean? And by the whole, you know, second season, I'm in there with Clipper gear, I'm dripped out, yeah, man. So I'm a Clipper fan now. I'm die hard, you know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah.
What do you think of Intuit? You like it?
I like Intuit, especially where, the technology and stuff like that, where they're going. Yeah, I like it. Cash free, don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. We went to our first game this season, and I don't know if I liked it, bro. Like, yeah, the whole thing, like trying to get in, like, right, like you got to download the app, right? They're gonna take all your info.
Yeah.
You got to put your card in there, everything. When you get there, it's like everybody in your group has to have the app.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they want, like this fool wants everybody's info, bro.
We're
like,
in the day and age, bro, where your info's out there already anyways, man.
Yeah, that's not even it.
Yeah.
It's just the time. Like, yo, bro, I want a ticket. Let me give you my ticket, and I'm gonna be in.
Yeah.
But this dude was like, oh, you don't have the app, you're gonna have to download it. You don't have that. Okay, you got to down. And we're sitting there like, fuck, man. So it took like 15, 20 minutes for everybody to get the app. Then we get that little wristband, right? And the crazy thing to me was like inside it just felt like there was no sense of like being able to talk to people.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
it had the airport vibe. I know what you're talking about. It had the airport vibe.
It's like
quiet.
You go and try to get some food. There's just a security guard right there making sure you don't jack shit.
Yeah.
You walk in. As soon as you walk in and you walk out, it charges your fucking card because it notices that you took something. With merch, also, like, you know, you go. I was like, okay, so all I gotta do is just put this hat on, and she was like, yeah, just walk out with the hat. It's gonna charge you, and boom, as soon as you go through the little thing, like it's charging you, right? I don't know, man. I don't know if I like that. I like to be able to talk to people. I'm like, hey, do you guys have a bag for, you know? I bought my girl a shirt, and they were like, oh, you could buy one of our bags, like the, you know, disposable ones for like $7, and I'm like, man, we just want like a shopping bag. Like, so she had to carry her shirt. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, this shit's kind of whack, bro. I like the arena. I just didn't like the feel. Like, it didn't feel like Staples, like crypto, bro. Like, you know, I don't know. Like you get
it's
to talk to
it's
people.
gotta build his character though. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like when you buy a house and it's brand new. It still don't have nicks and dings in it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I feel
Like
that.
it doesn't have the nicks and dings in it yet.
Yeah,
It doesn't
I
have
feel that.
It's still got the fresh paint on the house. Like it's got to build its character a little bit, a little season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear
Once
it.
a couple rainy seasons on there, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Then we're like, okay, now it feels like you know. But the reason why those, bro, because we're used to Staples Center, dog.
Yeah,
Staples
that's what it
Center,
is.
You know, Staples Center's been around, like, you know what I mean? I'm
And then
sorry.
now it's
I'm
like-
sorry, Laker fans, but that stadium's trash now, bro. So
Yeah, like
but
they need
yeah.
to do something with it. But it just didn't have the same feel
Yeah,
as.
but they
as
got
Staples.
they got the character though. I'll give it to them. The cracks in the walls, you know what I mean? Like you got to find parking off a flower and all that stuff. Like it's
Yeah.
got its character.
And
though,
another
so.
thing I don't like is the drive, bro. Like now we got to drive an extra 20 minutes. Like, and
Yeah,
then getting there is not too bad. It's just the ride back. Now it's taking you that much longer to get home.
Yeah.
It's like, man. And then like with you with season tickets, like, oh hell no.
Yeah.
Where are your seats at?
Section 102 or something.
You're like
we're right behind the big backboard.
backboard, huh?
Yeah, backboard on the home side.
Have you sat or have you been in the wall?
I wanted that next season. I'm gonna be there. Yeah, because I like the
shit
whole.
looks pretty
I like the
crazy.
soccer vibes. You know what I mean? Like shout out to AV Alta. You know, like the soccer vibes.
Yo, speaking of AV Alta, bro, like we just did a photo shoot. It was supposed, like they hit me up and they were like, "Hey, we're trying to do a photo shoot. Like this is the shirt, by the way, with you and your son, because my son designed the shirt, right? So I was like, all right, cool, like we'll do it. He's like, we're gonna meet up like on 190, way out there in the desert. So I was like, all right. So me and my son, we go out there a couple days ago. And it's like a full-on production, bro. Like a video. Like the dude's like, "Hey, have you watched this Bad Bunny video? Whatever." And I'm like, I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know if I watched the video. So he's showing it to me. He's like, pretty much it's kind of what I want you guys to do. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't do this kind of shit.
Concept and all that.
Yeah. So he's like, he's all like, "Hey man, while we're waiting for the rest of the models to come," and I'm like, fuck, I'm a model now. He's like, let's shoot you first. And I'm like, all right. So he goes, yeah, go right there in the middle of the street and just, like, just walk around, like, what? And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I don't do this kind of shit. And so I'm like, fuck it, dude. I like had to like just, I was like, fuck it, I got to do it. So here I am, like doing all this shit, like showing my chain, like doing, all this. And the dude's like, bro, you're a fucking natural. And I was like, get the fuck out of here, bro. The hell out of here. But the crazy thing is, like, I'm like, hey, where's this gonna go? Like, where's this video? And he's like, this shit's gonna go on the jumbotron, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So every game, people are gonna be like, yo, I know this fool. I know this
That's
fool.
Big
What
Ness
the fuck
right
is
there.
he doing over there?
That's Big Ness.
But yo, shout out to AV Alta, man. We're trying to work with them more.
Yeah.
I'm just happy they gave my son the opportunity, man, and he fucking knocked it out of the park. Like, this is the one shirt that I see at the games. Like, the majority of the people are rocking, bro.
Bro, all right, so I got season tickets there too as well. You know what I mean? Because Greenhouse, we got a little plaque in there,
okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
So shout out to my boy William, plugging in that in. But yeah, that was when I'm there and I see people wearing the shirts. I'm like, oh, that's the little homie right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Shout out to
bro.
little homie, doing his thing.
And,
so.
you know the crazy thing about my son, bro? Like, I don't even think he understands how big, like, when he did the jersey for the NBA All-Star, the All-Star game, like when he does projects like this, I don't even know if he understands how big it is. And I think it's kind of good. Like, it keeps him grounded. Like, he doesn't
get to him.
He doesn't flex, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and then until like I fucking say, yo, my son did this shit. And then he's like, yeah, I did it.
That's
like,
right.
like
Well,
that.
it's cool because like with also me being around, I always remember him being around too. And like seeing him and doing his little designs. And bro, man, he surpassed us like, by
bro.
miles, bro. Miles, bro.
Man,
and to see him doing his thing, bro, it feels cool. Cause I feel like that's my little sobrino right there, bro. And I'm like, hey, he's doing his thing, dog. Like he's doing his thing.
Yeah, no, he is. He definitely is, man. Shout out to AV Alta and shout out to my son, man. We're getting towards the end of the show, man. I appreciate you for coming by. I honestly didn't even know it was 1 year, man. So it's kind of dope. With me, I like to be consistent, bro. So I try to drop a show every week. But again, like it was starting to become like a chore, like something that I didn't like, you know, and there was too many things going around, like in my personal life and work life and everything, that I needed to step back. But I'm happy that I'm back, man, and I'm happy that you were the first guest back. You know, before we go, man, I'm going to ask you a question, and you can elaborate on it if you want. You don't have to. But I just wanted to know what's more important to you. Is it the journey or is it the destination?
Oh, it's definitely the journey. Definitely the journey. You know what I mean? I like the ups and downs, the bumps, you know, the stop and the pit stops here and there. I enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
You know, because the destination can change up on you like that. Because, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the same thing my boy Mike said. You know, when we're talking about it.
The destination could change. The man upstairs can throw you a curveball, and that it's all. So you got to enjoy that because we don't know if we're gonna get to the destination.
Right.
So you might as well enjoy that little journey. You know.
And I you know, and like, you know, when me and Mike were talking, you can have, let's say your goal is to become the president of, you know, whatever company, right? And you actually reach that goal. That's your destination. But like he was saying, what's going to happen after that? You know, like you're going to have something else after that. So, yeah, I'm just curious, man, to see what people are, you know, what their answer is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm at a point where I feel like I can still push myself, but where I'm at, how I got through the process and, you know, meeting through with all the people in life, I'm happy with it, man. I'm happy with it. Because it's like, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be the man who I am today. I would not be the man, you know, journeys of the falls. Yeah, it's about the journey, bro.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Yo, before we bounce, man, just let them know how they can get a hold of you. Let them know where Greenhouse is. Whatever you know, this is your time, man. It's all yours.
All right, first of all, you can get your AV's Best Salads over at Greenhouse Cafe. We're off of K and 10th Street West, 1169 Commerce Center Drive. Monday through Sunday, we are open from 9 to 8 Monday through Friday. On the weekends, we are 11 to 8, excuse me. And for graphics, any AI, any crypto talk or anything like that, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at your fave white Mex. I like to reach out and network and just always communicate with you and pushing goals, dreams, or anything like that. So always feel free to push out and network.
That's what's up, man. My brother. Nice seeing you, man, and thank you again for doing the show, man. Bro. 1 year anniversary, and man, let's get to it, man. Let's get it cracking, bro.
Appreciate you, big dog.
All right, man. Thank you.